Hey, welcome in, y'all. I hope that as you're listening to this, you are well and in the best of spirits. Ashe. So, I recently went out and spent some time in nature because I wanted to do a channeling where I was getting information directly from the earth. And I decided to do that because I've noticed a pattern of really bad flooding throughout the United States, particularly. So there's been some really horrible flooding events that kind of caught people off guard. And when I see something like that, I don't take it lightly and think it's just like a one-off natural disaster. I know that something's going on when this becomes a pattern that I see consistently. So I wanted to go out and speak to the earth about it. And today I'm going to share the messages that I channeled, the messages that I received from the earth, okay? So on one of my walks recently, I picked up two things that I want to start off with. Number one is the earth basically let me know that some of the incidences we see that we consider natural disasters are in fact not natural disasters. And it was funny because I feel like the earth was like, hey, like I can't take the blame for that. Or, me and the elements, we can't take the blame for that. That's not on us. So some of the weather anomalies we're seeing, some of these really bad floods and things like that actually are coming from human manipulation of some kind. It has nothing to do with the earth, and the earth wants us to know that. The other thing the earth shared with me that I thought was so interesting is that some of y'all listening to this are actually nature whisperers. So you are someone who has a direct connection to the elements of water, fire, air, and earth. And when you speak, they recognize your voice and they will actually follow your commands or honor your requests. And I don't know if some of you know that. So you are being called to commune with the elements, with the earth, because some of you can actually protect your communities, your environment, by making requests of the elements and of the earth. Okay, and I'll get more into that later. If you're interested in a personal reading, if you're interested in any of my oracle decks like the Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle deck, if you're interested in my Orisha merch or even my new podcast, you can find all of those links in the description and in the comments below. I also forgot to mention that I recently launched channel memberships. So if this channel is a blessing to you, if what I share is helpful, you can consider becoming a member. Every membership is a monthly donation that helps keep the channel going and allows me to continue showing up and offering what I'm called to share. Okay, let's get back to being a nature whisperer, an earth whisperer. One of the things I've been practicing and that I would suggest you do if you feel called is anytime there's a weather alert, I want you to really take a moment to go outside, speak to the earth and the elements, and ask for grace and protection from really harsh storms. So anytime there's a threat of really bad flooding or a storm or anything like that, I make it a practice to do this. And so far, so good. And then because I am Omo Oya and a priestess of Oya, who represents like these stronger winds and storms and things like that, it makes sense that I would stop what I'm doing, right, and go speak to the mother of these storms. So I'll go and I'll speak to her and Shango and ask that they would support my environment, my community, my home, right, the members of my household, and keep us safe. But also that there would be grace offered where we won't see a tornado in our area, that the severe thunderstorms that are coming through, that they may bypass us, right? bypass my block and things like that. So being very specific and calling on these elements and these deities, which represent aspects of nature, to come to our aid and be kind and compassionate to us, right? So that we won't get the brunt of these nature events. Okay, so let's get into the channeling, some of the other channelings that I actually wrote down. So the earth let me know that it is hurting and in a way is sick and triggered. And when the earth is triggered, we actually feel it, right? So when the earth is hurt, we'll feel it through different disruptions. And it was called, this was interesting. I heard through my clairaudient abilities, a gut check. Like we're being gut checked sometimes when there are actual natural disasters and these different natural disruptions. The earth is really over it. And when we start to see these things happening, this means that it's time to take action and bring about the changes needed. Now, this was interesting, y'all. I actually picked up on divine trickster energy. Like playful trickster energy that is coming to bring lessons and encourage us to change our course of action, right? To change direction. One of the questions I heard is, when will we learn? When will we learn? There are things that we need to do differently in order to support and serve the earth. And one of the messages I got was that things get darker before they get brighter. So some of the things we're seeing, will actually see more of these things until we make the changes needed, or until we work together to kind of placate the earth, right? And get the earth to work with us, something like that. Water and air were coming out a lot. So this was interesting, y'all. As I was communing with the earth, I saw 4, and I remember it clearly. There were 4 crows that came and sat not too far from me, were doing their own thing while I was channeling these messages. So for some of you, the birds, crows in particular, are going to be messengers from the earth, from the earth. For others of you, because my voice cracked, for me that means not only are crows representative of being messengers for the earth, but there's also a need to speak up about earth-related issues, about how to protect nature, like being someone who speaks up for the earth. Pay attention to the birds because they will have messages for you in the coming days, weeks, and months, okay? Watch them and listen. Sometimes pay attention to their song because you'll actually hear words through their bird songs, okay? Their bird calls. Water communication is going to be very, very important. We're being encouraged to speak with water, make a pact with water, and listen to water, okay? I also saw that it's really good for groups of people, of earth stewards, light workers, to pull up to the ocean at night. If you are in a group of other light workers, earth stewards, people who care about the earth, it's a good idea to go to the water, the ocean, at night because the spirit is there, the divine is there, and you're being encouraged to ask for divine assistance. Somebody here may see a mermaid at night at the water's edge. And the earth was letting me know that if we do this, if we go in groups to the water and we ask for the ocean's assistance, for its cooperation, right? Asks that it won't come up past its boundaries and inundate the land and flood us out and kill us all and damage our property, we will get the support that we ask for, right? Because the spirit is there. That's what the earth said. Like, it's alive at night. It's awake at night. It's there. It can hear you. It will support you if it sees that you come for its support. The earth wanted us to know that it's our ally. The earth said, I'm your home base. I'm your ally, but you don't act like my allies. The earth wants to be treated as an ally. So the righteous, the lovers of the earth, servants of the divine, the light workers are being called, and you're being encouraged to follow the callings that you receive. Some of you are receiving very clear impressions from your intuition about what to do, how to move, and you're being encouraged to follow that. Don't stop. The earth said that there are energies that will try to distract you and dissuade you from moving forward. Keep going. The earth told me that for some of you, they use sadness, depression, and stress to take you off your path and to stop you from following your callings. And this came up a lot, y'all, about where you being called to. So this is particularly important. You're being called to support the earth in different ways. Typically, that happens by you using your gifts, right? So you're being called and you are being encouraged to follow that calling. I also heard that the Mother Earth is recruiting people. So the earth is recruiting, and it says we need to... So the earth is looking for the righteous, right? The light workers, the good, calling you to step up and lead, to come together, form organizations and groups. But I also got something about the earth saying we need to go on strike. The people need to gather and say no. Another thing that came up was this is a time of crumbling. It's time to let go and embrace the changes that are to come. And if any of you have listened to my 2025 channeling, this is something that came up there as well. So if you haven't, I'm going to put that down in the comments so you can check it out. But in the 2025 reading, I was told through my clear audience that this is a time of crumbling. Things are falling apart because they need to. And I remember when I got this message recently from the earth, I got a headache at the same time. So I know that this is not going to be something that's just easy to experience, right? It's going to be something difficult, maybe even a little stressful. But this crumbling will support us in breaking harmful soul contracts. That's what the earth wanted us to know. I was also shown that there would be an exodus. Some people will be forced to move from certain areas. Certain areas will see great death because of natural disasters and different things happening. But there's a need for some of you to move, to improvise, to do things differently, go in new directions. And if you are in tune with your divine guidance system, if you're in tune with the earth, you'll know if this message is for you. The earth showed me something about rainbows. It showed me that rainbows are a sign of its love for us. So when you see a rainbow, know that the earth is just saying, hey, I love you. But it also represents the need to embrace authenticity. When you're authentic and you are following your deep soul callings, right? This actually is you being of service to the earth. So you're being called to be authentic, to follow your true soul callings, because this means that you are someone who is going to benefit the earth, right? When you do that, you benefit the earth. This crumbling that we're seeing is going to take us higher. So right now it's going to be disruptive. It's going to hurt. There will be death. There will be loss. But eventually it brings change and takes us higher as a collective. The earth said that justice must be restored. It's time. And there's something about water and emotion being the key to supporting the earth. The earth is also sharing that some of you are being called into priesthood. Be the priest or the priestess. Step up and lead. It's you who will restore. It's you who will bring balance. And you who will eventually lead the country. And now this is interesting. As I'm saying this, I'm being shown that this doesn't even mean that you'll be a president, or anything like that. It literally means that energetically, as you evolve, as you become the priest and the priestess, your energy sharpens and gets to the point where you are really making shit happen for the collective. So we'll have people in positions of power who think they run things, but it will truly be the priests and the priestesses of righteousness who will be running the show. Ashe. The star seeds, the children of light, the light workers, the righteous ones are actually dreaming a new world into being. I know it doesn't feel like that all the time because there's so much negativity kind of pushed here, but this is what the earth wants us to know. It's the righteous who are creating the new world. The righteous will create the new world order. Now, while we're doing all of this, because this is a lot of work, right? And it's a lot of heavy energy, the earth is actually encouraging us to rest in between, to have these periods where there is stillness and relaxation and play. So retreat, rest, and recover when it's needed. Then I heard with my clear audience, be advised, and the earth showed me that there will be sickness and contagious illness that impacts the masses. And even with all of these threatening things that we'll see, we're being encouraged not to give up. The earth said that ancestor work is needed and will actually give you the downloads you need to free yourself from prison. So I heard the word prison clairaudiently. There's something about this experience that is a prison that binds us, but your ancestors, connecting with your ancestors through ancestor work, that can be altars, offerings, meditations, even dreams. This will allow you to free yourself. And if you haven't watched my How to Connect with Your Ancestors Masterclass video, please do, because I go into great detail about how you can deepen your connection with them. Yeah, some of your ancestors are of great help, and some of them are very invested in what's happening here on earth, and they're guiding you, okay? The earth wanted me to warn you to beware of being misled by false prophets and leaders. Guard yourself and put up boundaries so that you don't fall for anyone's trickery and deception. Again, the earth reminded me about how important rest is and taking time out to just be. And as we're moving through this time, the earth said it's very important that we do not allow fear to overpower hope. Be hopeful. This is a time for realignment, okay? So don't allow your fear or the negativity that's being pushed in society to overpower hope. This was interesting. The earth let me know that divine judgment is about to be called, and it's going to happen in the winter time for the northern hemisphere. So the winter of 2025 into 2026, there's some type of divine judgment being called. The earth says, do not fear. You are protected, okay? Especially if you're one of the righteous, if you're a servant of the divine, if you work with your ancestors. The earth wanted us to know too that this is part of a cycle. Like the earth, it was so funny because I felt like the earth was kind of saying, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. Like this is something that happens occasionally. This is a season within a cycle, okay? What's happening is a season within a cycle. Embrace it. Okay, the last few messages from the earth. The divine feminine came up very strongly. It says here, the divine feminine must stand up and take the lead at this time. The great gathering, a soul tribe of women, many women. Oh, and this was a vision I had. Many women in white, right, coming together. You are the wisdom keepers. Reclaim your role. Teach, shine, share divine love. This is your offering. Okay, divine feminine, you have a very important role in this season within this cycle that we're experiencing here, okay? And even the period of divine judgment that's coming, women, the divine feminine is going to play a very important role. And the card that I got from my Odu Ifa Wisdom Oracle deck about this particular topic was, those who do good, the heavens know who they are. I think this was just to reiterate that the good, the righteous, the light workers will be protected, supported, shielded throughout this time, right? If you're doing your work to raise your consciousness, if you're able to tap in and tune into your intuition, you're working with your ancestors, you'll get the protection you need, but you'll also get the messages you need so that you know which way to go when these things are happening, so that you will be spared. Also, those who do good, the heavens know who they are. You will be spared while others are suffering because you are one of the good. So continue doing the work. Continue your commitment to righteousness and you will be well. If this message resonated with you, drop an ashe down in the comments. And I want to thank the Mother Earth for its kindness and compassion to us each and every day, that we get through the day without some type of natural incident that is disruptive or harmful to us is a great blessing, is a great gift. And I thank you so much for that, Mama Earth. You all take care. Peace.